Good evening. Sorry. And welcome to the 2021 CAAHS graduation. My name is Kristen Goggins, and I'm the principal here at Colorado High School. Oh, sorry. In just a few minutes, we're going to recognize and honor these amazing Titan graduates. We are so excited to be able to celebrate these graduates, and we are grateful for the staff at Jim Newark for making this reality today. Please remember that this is a formal recognition. Applause is welcome and encouraged, but please no noise-making devices. At this time, if you have a cell phone or electronic device, we ask that you please place it on silent as we are ready to begin.
Good afternoon, and welcome to the 2021 Carl Albert High School graduation. Again, my name is Max Wolfley, and somehow I got elected vice president of the senior class. We would like to thank all parents, family, and friends who have come to help us celebrate. At this moment, I have an opportunity to leave my senior class with some wisdom. I want to leave you guys with something that's more important than me just standing up here and trying to be funny, because I did a lot of that in high school anyway. I would like to reflect on what I've learned about love in high school. Not love in the romantic sense, because, to be honest, my experience in that category is awkward to say the least. What I mean is love for your neighbor. Love that has no conditions. We don't love each other because we can gain something. We just love each other because, period. Love is saying yes when you don't want to. Love is not a feeling, it's a choice. It's choosing to sit by the lonely kid. It's choosing to love your enemies, the ones you don't get along with, the ones you don't agree with. Choosing to love people and not as what they believe. Love is choosing to love those who don't love us, because after all, Jesus chose to love all of us. In my 4 years here, I've seen you guys choose to love each other a lot. You chose to love each other when you high-fived the kid who had a sad look on his face. You loved each other when you stayed late to clean up chairs at the Stuco event. You loved me when I didn't have a pencil and you loaned me one, which happened almost every day. It's amazing how much kids our age want to talk about their lives, but it's awfully sad how unwilling people are to listen. But I've seen you guys listen. I'm not the first person to ever say this, and I'm certainly not the best person to say this. But as you go forward today and every day, please go find some people to love. They really need it. But first, let's get ready to show some love to our JROTC. Please stand as our JROTC presents the colors and remain standing for the national anthem being performed by our very own varsity choir. Following the anthem, please remain standing until the colors exit the stage. That was a great job by our varsity choir. You may now be seated.
Hello, my name is Jordan Brown, and I'm the senior class secretary, and I have the pleasure of introducing our amazing principals. First off, I'd like to introduce our head principal, Ms. Goggins. She has been the head principal here at Carl Albert for 9 years and been in education for 27 years. Ms. Goggins was also a two-time basketball state champion here at CA back in 1986 and 87. Next, I would like to introduce Mr. Foley. Mr. Foley has been at Carl Albert for the past 9 years and has been an assistant principal here for 7. And one cool fact about Mr. Foley is that he has an identical twin brother that many people do not know about, that I believe is in the audience today. Next, I would like to introduce Ms. Ross. She has been working as an assistant principal here at Carl Albert for 11 years. Fun fact about Ms. Ross is that she had a speech impediment up until 3rd grade, and only her brother could understand her. Ironically, she still gets super nervous talking in front of crowds. Lastly, I would like to introduce Mr. Terry. He has been a teacher and principal here at CA for the past 4 years, he has been a teacher and principal here for the last 11 years. Mr. Terry graduated from CA in 2004 and has been a part of 6 state championships here as a coach here.
Good afternoon, Titan families. I am so happy to share in the excitement of your graduation day, and so very proud of each and every one of you. The class of 2021 has accomplished so much in academics, athletics, fine arts, and philanthropic endeavors. Just to mention a few of the many accomplishments of this exceptionally talented class over the last 4 years, let us not forget they have 13 team state championships. This includes 4 in football, 3 in girls swim, 2 in softball, along with track, baseball, academic team, and pom. They also have celebrated 8 academic state titles in various sports. They are not only talented, but very smart. They have celebrated numerous fine arts and visual arts awards at the local, state, and even national level. There are 16 individual All-Staters amongst us today. The Titan Band is a 2-time runner-up jazz winner, a state runner-up in marching band, and has continued the 28-year-long tradition of being an OSSAA sweepstakes winner. But their greatest accomplishment was being selected in 2020 by the Oklahoma Music Educators Association to perform as an honor band at the Music Educators State Convention in Tulsa. Wow, was that a great performance. The vocal music department has upheld the long-standing CA traditions and successes, and this year they were selected to perform as an OKMEA honor choir themselves. While they were not able to present a live concert, they did perform a virtual concert that was equally as successful and very amazing in these very difficult times. We're so happy that they were able to perform, and congratulations to the varsity choir. There are so many activities and events and clubs and sports and organizations that are just absolutely amazing. These students have also hosted numerous blood drives and different volunteer events, not to mention the over $170,000 that was raised for swag. for Richard Morris, Troy Ann McCollum, and Savina Muse. Congratulations, Titans. In what has been the most different and challenging year, actually year and a half, the Carl Albert High School class of 2021 has proven that with hard work, commitment, grit, perseverance, and a never quit attitude, anything can and did happen, didn't it? Congratulations to each and every one of you for overcoming the adversities that you have faced along the way. At this time, I would like to thank senior class sponsor, Mrs. Lisa Lofton, for all of your hard work to make today possible. You are the best. I will now begin by recognizing this group of amazing administrators and counselors that I work alongside with each day that make Carl Albert High School such a very special place. Mr. Stacy Foley, Assistant Principal. Mrs. Crystal Ross, Assistant Principal. Mr. Josh Terry, Assistant Principal. And our three counselors, Mrs. Becky Worth, Mrs. Patty Willis, and Mrs. Katie Metcalf. It is also with great pleasure that I introduce the distinguished guests that are joining us on this special occasion. Our school board members, Mrs. Jimmy Nolan, President. Mr. Julian Strippy Biggers, Vice President. Dr. Sylvia Kirk, Clerk. Mr. Leroy Porter, Member. And Dr. Ed Daniel, Member. And our Middale administrators, Mrs. Leslie Pope, Executive Director of Elementary Instruction. Ms. Janelle Seipert, Director of Special Services. Mrs. Carrie Noonan, Director of Student Accounting. Mrs. Stacy Boyer, Director of Community Relations and Records Management. Mr. Mike Bryan, Executive Director of Operations. Dr. Scott Hazelwood, Executive Director of Technology. Dr. LaShonda Broyles, Executive Director of Secondary Education. Dr. Cordell Eric, Assistant Superintendent for Teaching and Learning. Dr. Jason Perez, Deputy Superintendent, Chief Human Resource Officer. And our very own Superintendent of Middale Schools, Dr. Rick Cobb. Prior to introducing our 2021 valedictorians, I must recognize the faculty of Carl Albert High School. Without your dedication to excellence and your determination to create successful students, none of this would be possible. We will especially miss our retiring educators who have made such an impact on the lives of so many students throughout their years in education. Congratulations, Mrs. Peggy Bryant and Coach Tim LaValle. At this time, I'd like to ask the Titan faculty to please stand. Titan family, please help me celebrate and congratulate the faculty for meeting the unique challenges that this year has created. Thank you very much. Parents, it is with complete confidence that I tell you that this graduating class will take everything they have learned and become successful, accomplished adults that will brighten our future. I believe that in this group, there are future educators, artists, carpenters, cybersecurity specialists, doctors, engineers, and lawyers, nurses, plumbers, servicemen and women, and any other profession that these seniors will embark on to become productive members of this society. However, graduates, please remember that success can only be measured in your contributions to mankind. Consider the quote from William Shakespeare: "The meaning of life is to find your gift. The purpose of life is to give it away." You have been a part of so many amazing opportunities and experiences while here at Carl Albert, but your imprint on the world has only just begun to take shape. The class of 2021 has an enormous heart and a strong willingness to take care of others. These attributes will help guide you as you go into the world to make it a better place. Seniors, always remember, behind you are all of your memories. Before you, all of your dreams. And around you, all of you who love you. And within you, have all you need. At this time, it gives me great pleasure to introduce our 62 valedictorians. These students have maintained a 4.0 or higher GPA throughout their 4 years of high school. What a huge accomplishment. Students, will you please stand and remain standing as I introduce you? Xavier Williams. Emily Jackson. Elizabeth Allen. Cale Wagner. Hunter Willard. Jake Williams. Micaiah Joseph. Max Wolfley. Taylor Garcia. Riley Sholin. Aaron Talley. Brandon Interline. Emily Sharon. Vincent Vo. Ashton Bryant. Reagan Cook. Sydney Hawkins. Tyler Bottoms. Ryan Lake Strickland. Jordan Brown. Lauren Johnson. V. Tran. Abby Rogers. Nathan Schultz. Grayson Gill. Talicia Traylor. Jenna Campbell. Nia Long. Kylie Tucker. Ashley Farrow Cruchus. Kenrick Mott. Wisdom Combs. Rachel Gober. Kaylee Goggins. Judah Lomo. Riley Odell. Houston Russell. Jordan Schmidt. Maddie Biggers. Caleb Putman. Mason Steele. Nicholas Bradley. Quentin Woodson. Marilou Bento. Sabrina Dowdy. Marissa Scott. Jackson Groves. Sydney Hopgood. Drake Kalen Kulich. Dylan Sidnor. Grace Wood. Mallory Hoskins. Molly Woodruff. Danielle Colston. Jordan Johnson. Javion Hunt. Allie Ploffman. Henry Schultz. Jaden Harrell. Molly Crouch. Miranda Kelly. And Dax Swanner. Titan family, parents, faculty, and students that all work together for the success of these young men and women. Let's give it up for the Carl Albert High School class of 2021 valedictorians. You may be seated. I would like to now call Mrs. Ross to the stage as she will be outlining the additional distinguished honors that are noted in the graduation program. Titans, I wish you the best of luck in all of your future endeavors, and always remember, you are loved. Once a Titan, always a Titan.
Good afternoon. I'm honored to explain the various honors and awards represented, both in the program and by the different colored robes, stoles, cords, and medallions worn by our students today. Students, please stand as I explain an honor or award that you have earned. First, our valedictorians, which were just previously introduced, are wearing their medals to symbolize their title. These students have earned a cumulative 4.0 or higher weighted grade point average at the end of their 7th semester of high school. Next, our National Honor Society students. Please stand. They are in silver robes. These students have maintained a 3.5 overall grade point average, as well as earning required service and leadership points each year. The white stoles worn by some of the members indicate that they are 3-year members. Thank you. The silver and purple stoles recognize our technology students that are members of the National Vocational Technical Honor Society. The silver and purple stoles, please stand. To maintain membership in this organization, students must continue to earn all A's in their vocational or technology courses and have excellent behavior and attendance in addition to performing community service. Thank you. The students wearing the red, white, and blue cords have earned the Shine Award for over 100 hours of community service throughout high school. Students, as I announce and you have on the color of cord that I say, that's when you should stand. Thank you. These hours come from their various community activities and must be documented and verified during their final semester of high school through the County Commissioner's Office. Congratulations. The blue and silver cords are worn by members of our JROTC. To earn the cords, they must have completed at least 3 years being a positive and active member while maintaining good scholastic standing and participating in at least 6 community service events. Great job. The red and white cords are worn by students that have been active members in our school leadership program for 3 years. These students have organized many of the service projects our student body is able to participate in and dedicate many, many hours to our school. The turquoise stoles represent completion of our pre-engineering project Lead the Way program at the Technology Center. Our Superintendent's Advisory Board members are wearing red, white, and blue cords. The pink cords are worn by members of our vocal music department, which we are blessed to get here today. The blue and gold cords are worn by our 4-year FFA members. And students wearing the turquoise cords are members of the Middale Indian Education Program. We also have a few students that have earned the green Oklahoma Blood Institute honor cords. These students have donated blood 6 times already and set an example for serving others in our community. We also have a large number of students wearing medals earned while representing Carl Albert High School at state events. This includes athletic, academic, chess, and fine arts state competitions. Everybody who has on a state medal, please stand. Our State Superintendent Award winner also has a medal. These students are selected based on artistic and academic excellence in service to their communities. Also recognized in your program are our students that receive the Certificate of Distinction. These students have taken above and beyond the state graduation requirements by taking additional classes and maintaining a 3.25 grade point average. To achieve the Oklahoma Academic Scholar notated in your program, the students must maintain a 3.7 grade point average and be in the top 10% of their class, take the required courses, and earn either a 27 on the ACT or a 1220 combined score on the SAT. We are also fortunate to have several AP scholars in this class. There are various levels of this award, and all of these students have earned at least a 3 or higher on 3 or more exams, not including the exams they just completed this year. AP scholars, please stand. The other two recognitions I went over a second ago, we haven't had our senior awards assembly yet, so several of them don't realize they've earned that. That's why I didn't force them to stand at that moment. You see it in their program. The next recognition is for our National Merit finalists. This is earned by being in the top 1/2 of 1% of this graduating class nationwide, based upon select scores, essays, and transcripts. Is Xavier standing? Okay. Finally, I want all of the graduates to stand. All of these students have accomplished something that no other graduating class has before, and each of you had a unique experience. Everyone here is very proud of the fact that you made it to today without giving up on yourself or on us, and each of you deserves to be recognized for this special achievement. You may be seated. Students, you have put forth great effort and time into your academics and your service projects. You've pushed each other to excel, and obviously you have succeeded. You have supported each other through one of the most challenging times in history and discovered new ways to continue your learning. We are very proud of all of your accomplishments, and we know you will impact the world as much as you have impacted our school, and we will miss you all.
Thank you, Mrs. Ross. And now we have a special musical performance by the Carl Albert High School Band. Thank you so much. Let's give it up again for the Carl Albert High School band as the senior band members return to their seats. Absolutely amazing. Mrs. Williams hit me up last year after graduation and she's like, hey, why doesn't the band play? I said, I'm not sure, we just haven't done that. She said, we want to play, and I think they did a great job. Thank you so much.
Hi Titans, my name is Sydney Hawkins, the treasurer for the class of 2021. It is now my pleasure to introduce Carl Albert's top valedictorians for our class. First is Xavier Williams. He's an academic all-stater and a recipient of the OU Henderson Scholarship. He will be majoring in computer science at the University of Oklahoma. Xavier is also a National Merit Scholar and will be receiving full tuition scholarship to OU, valued at $68,000. Next is Emily Jackson. She's a four-year color guard member and will be attending OU in the fall to pursue a degree in occupational therapy. Next is Elizabeth Allen. She's a member of the cross-country and track teams and will be attending Southwestern Oklahoma State University in the fall to pursue a degree in pharmacy. Titans, please welcome and congratulate Elizabeth Allen.
Thank you, Sydney Hawkins, for that amazing introduction. Those achievements you listed, while under my name, represent the hard work and support of my family, friends, teachers, counselors, coaches, custodians, and the list goes on and on. Thank you all for your support. In thinking about graduation, and in turn, the future, I often wonder what advice an older sibling would have shared. Better yet, what advice I would have given to my younger self about how to live a happier, more prepared life. With this in mind, I would like to read to you all the letter to my younger self. Dear Elizabeth, how are you doing? I know you are going to be amazing, but you will face some challenging experiences in the future. Keep your head high and find joy in your experiences. That way you can live a happier, more prepared life in the future. If you didn't realize, I'm you from the future, preparing to graduate high school. So, let's start at the beginning. On your first ever day of school, try not to be shy because your pre-K teacher, Mrs. Marie, will be an amazing person and be someone you will always remember. In third grade, when you move from Mississippi to Oklahoma, your first of many military moves. Take time to get to know people as you search for your lifelong friends. They are hard to find and often require patience as you search them out. Don't worry about the heartbreak along the way, because a girl will come and console you and introduce you to a lifelong friend that will mean so much more. You will run around playing spy games for the rest of your elementary school and continue role-playing in middle school and high school. No matter what, search hard for those special people in your life who will support you and let you be yourself. In fifth grade, when you try to be adventurous at play tryouts and sing, be prepared for the most embarrassing moment of elementary school. It won't feel good in the moment, but it will be a good memory to look back on. Don't worry, the play will be fun and you won't embarrass yourself on stage. Life is short. So get out there and take time to do the things that stretch your comfort zone and bring you new experiences. In 6th grade, be cautious with sitting with people that aren't your actual friends. You should give everyone a chance to prove who they really are. Some people struggle to be kind to everyone and seeing the potential within, especially when you go to new schools all the time. For you, it won't end well. Remember the moments when you are not treated well by others, and do everything you can to treat people with dignity and respect. Make the world a kinder place. In 7th grade, if you want to learn science, take time after school to study the world, how it functions, how it works. In your actual science class, you'll be too busy building forts out of textbooks and throwing tennis balls at your classmates. It will be a great stress reliever from all the bullying you'll experience. I'm sorry to be the one to tell you this, but your beliefs will not make you a popular person. And you will never be like Max Whiffley, who can seemingly walk into a room and talk to anybody. And maybe that's a good thing. Despite what others say about you, all that really matters is that you know what you believe in your heart. Oh, I almost forgot. In history, that same year, try to control your emotions when a boy bothers you and not hit him in the head with the spine of your book. If you do, as I did, you won't get in trouble for it. You'll get off with a warning because the counselor is busy, as she always is, and she will know the behavior was out of character. On second thought, go ahead and hit him. Just don't make a habit out of it. You'll also gain a newfound respect from your classmates, or maybe it was fear. Either way, it's definitely worth it. In 9th grade, you're going to be at the bottom of your totem pole again. During cross-country season, practice running in water. Please. I didn't, and I face-planted in a flooded stream during a race we had to run through. The coach got a photo of me emerging out of the water, looking like a swamp monster. It was posted in multiple newspapers, as well as with an interview. Your parents will also post it on Facebook multiple times throughout the rest of your life, so fair warning. The friend group that you join at the beginning of your freshman year will help you get through the rest of the year and help you heal. They will get you in a little bit of trouble your last week here in Alabama. You will walk through the town and it will start to pour. So your parents won't be happy you're all drenched, but it will be a great memory to look back on. I guess this just goes to show you how you can't take life too seriously. Be willing to laugh at those moments, those humorous moments, because they will come. Don't worry too much about sophomore year, because honestly, no one remembers it anyway. Junior year, things will be finally looking up. You will be an upperclassman at your final high school. You will be more respected, more knowledgeable, and more competent. The year will ultimately be going great until March 12th, 2020. This Thursday started off with a send-off for our basketball team. All other spring athletes were preparing to go to meets, games, and matches. It was the second to last day before spring break and the workload had lightened. In 6th hour on that fateful day, we were told that all sports and after-school activities had been canceled. In 7th hour, we were told that spring break would begin one day early. No one really understood why, but we were all excited for the break. Athletes were told to stay in shape over the break so as not to jeopardize our seasons. 1 week of spring break turned into 2 weeks. 2 weeks into 1 month. 1 month into 2, and all of a sudden it was summer break. During this 6-month break, I, along with everyone else, stayed home, had to motivate myself for AP exams, and watch as events were canceled. All because of COVID-19. Isolation, fear, and depression swept the nation, swept the world. I think it's fair to say that it's been some of the hardest times of our lives. And yet, despite everything, school started back in the fall. It wasn't normal by any means, but it was the first step back to normalcy and structure in our lives. As my senior year is drawing to a close, things are still not back to what they used to be. But I guess nothing will ever be quite the same again. The whole world has been through so much pain and death and growth. Wait until you see how much we've all changed for the better. The best advice I can give you is that you are stronger than you realize. Somehow, no matter what you're faced with, no matter what obstacles you may have to overcome, restarting your life repeatedly, embarrassing moments, even novel pandemics, you will get through them. Life won't be easy by any means. I promise it will change you, but eventually you will thrive. I wish you the best in what's to come. Yours, Lizzie Allen. Thank you.
Hello. As Elizabeth said, last year was anything but normal. I wouldn't call it an understatement to say that it was odd. Especially in the beginning, it seemed as though we would spend more time out of school than in, and more time online than off. It felt like we hardly ever got to see our teachers, let alone our friends. If you were to tell me from 2019 how this year would go, I would probably wonder if it was even worth it. And some of you might still feel this way. This year wasn't what we expected, and it definitely wasn't what we wanted, but it was what we got, and so we worked with it. No matter how many days were missed because of quarantine, or how many Zoom calls were interrupted because of poor internet connection, we kept going. And that's the thing about life, actually. It keeps going, whether you want it to or not. You can't turn back the clock when things don't go your way, and you can't stop it when they do. As said in a favorite musical of mine, we laugh, we fumble, we take it day by day. What more can I say? Life's not always great, but it's not always bad either. Nothing lasts forever, and so I ask that if you feel stuck in a bad moment, that you take it day by day and look forward to whatever good may lie ahead. I hope you got something out of this year, and I want to say thank you to everyone, whether you're a student, family member, or part of the staff, for taking it day by day and doing everything you could to make this year as great as it was. Thank you.
Good afternoon, guests, parents, friends, faculty, fellow graduates. It's a great honor for me to be able to welcome you all here today and represent the class of 2021. On behalf of the graduates, I would like to thank you all for being in attendance. I would also like to thank those who hold us in their hearts but are not able to be with us physically due to the pandemic or other reasons. We only get one high school graduation, and your support means the world to us. Foremost, I want to say congratulations, class of 2021. All our hard work over the last 13 years has led up to this moment. This is all for you. This whole ceremony and all these people in the audience are here because you did what it takes to walk across this stage today. You may not have finished with the grades you wished for, you may not have been part of any clubs or made the team for the sport you wanted to play, however, you still made it to this point. So be proud of that. Before I proceed with my topic, I would like to take a moment to thank the teachers and staff that has pushed and guided us along our individual journeys that led to this moment. Thank you to all the math and science teachers who had to deal with the cries of all of us who aren't so good at math and science. Thank you to the English teachers who taught us to read between the lines, even when we swore there was absolutely nothing between those lines. Thank you to the fine arts teachers who nurtured us into great musicians and actors or actresses. And thank you to the coaches that taught us how to bring home championships. On a serious note, Carl Albert really has a wonderful staff that is 100% committed to the students, and it's thanks to them that so many of us thrived at this school. So to the teachers, again, thank you all for devoting your lives and careers to us as students. I promise it's greatly appreciated. Today, I've been asked to speak to you all about the future of the class of 2021. However, if this past year has been indicative of anything, it's that no one can foresee the future. If someone would have told us a little over a year ago that a pandemic would strike down the globe and we would have to live the way that we've been living since then, I don't think a single person in this room would have believed them. Yet here we are. And as graduates, succeeding in spite of that. We've been put to a test that no other generation has ever had to deal with since the Spanish flu of 1918, and that makes today so much more important than many people realize. In the beginning of the year, class was online 3 days out of the week, and that was reduced to 1 day later on. At the very least, most of us who came to school in person had to take class online half of the time. Half of our class time wasn't really class time. Most of us had to teach ourselves what was going on in our classes because there was only so much a teacher can do from behind a screen. Those who attended the virtual academy basically had no physical teacher at all. All of us sitting here today is a testimony to our ability to succeed in the face of adversity, to our ability to rely on ourselves to get done what needs to be done regardless of what stands in the way. I talk a lot about success because that's what I always strive for in its greatest capacity. That's why I've been named a National Merit Scholar, Academic All-Stater, National African American Scholar, and Concert Band All-Stater, just to name a few. You may think that I'm just standing in front of you today because I'm just naturally smart, and while that's partially true, all my successes don't just come to me naturally, and that's what I want to talk to you about today. Success takes work, no matter who you are or what you're capable of. Success is slow and doesn't come without failure along the way. I didn't pass Calculus 3 without failing a couple assignments back in Algebra 1. I was first chair trumpet in the Oklahoma All-State Symphonic Band this year, but last year, my audition didn't make the cut. This is why I truly believe that success is a mindset rather than a quality. Sometimes when striving for a certain goal, you'll get stuck for a while. All my musicians out there know that there are days where you just can't play a single thing right. All the athletes know that you have days where you're just off and can't run or jump like you know you can, but that's okay. Success comes 1 day at a time. Don't compare yourself to how good you were yesterday. Try to become better than you were this morning. Success takes a will to come out of your comfort zone and push yourself farther than you think you can go. It takes grit, determination, and its definition is different for every person. To some, success comes academically. To some, it comes through sports. To some, through job promotions. To some, it may be defeating a sickness or even being able to get out of bed for the day. The one truth about success is that it doesn't come to those who don't work for it. It's inevitable that things will become difficult to handle or even overwhelming at times. That's called life. However, time stops for no one, and finding the strength to fight through it all and accomplish your goals and dreams is called success. As we sit here today, graduates of Carl Albert High School in the year 2021, it's evident that success is in our nature. The amount of resilience and growth it took for all of us to get to this point while battling a pandemic is remarkable. Remember this as you go on to succeed out in the real world. If you can do this, then what's stopping you from accomplishing whatever you set your mind to? As I wrap up today, and we all take our own first steps into the world beyond high school, let me remind you that success does not stop here. This is the first of many ups and downs that all of us are guaranteed to have moving forward. But for now, celebrate as we all get ready to graduate. Congratulations again, class of 2021. Now it gives me great pleasure to introduce our Middle Public Schools Superintendent, Dr. Rick Cobb.
Good afternoon, Titans. Thank you everyone for joining us here at the Norrick Center for this wonderful graduation ceremony. Teachers, principals, family, and friends, it's good to see all of you. Without your support, it's hard to imagine all of these graduates being here today with all they've accomplished. We'd also like to thank F&B Community Bank, which provided the dollar coins each graduate will receive when they cross the stage. Graduates, in just a few minutes, you will be lining up to cross the stage to say goodbye to high school, to bid farewell to homework and your teachers, to take that one giant leap into the future. That's where your focus should be right now, the future. When it comes to the past, there's nothing wrong with turning your head and looking back. Just don't get stuck in the past. Remember, your momentum goes in the direction where your shoulders are pointed. So keep them pointed at the future. Keep looking ahead. Looking at the future is the best way of finding hope in this world. Martin Luther King Jr., quoting Theodore Parker, said, "The moral arc of the universe is long, but it bends towards justice." At a time when public figures often cite civil rights leaders out of context, it's important to wrestle with this idea. In an attempt to clarify his father's statement, Martin Luther King III amended it to read, "It bends towards justice, but it doesn't bend on its own. We must do some work ourselves." My question to you, as you sit in front of me with your shoulders facing forward to the future, is what will you do to help bend the moral arc of the universe towards justice? Will you fight for the rights of your fellow humans? Will you find a way to contribute to the cause of environmental justice? Will you work to keep your community, nation, and world safe? That's what's in front of you, the opportunity to decide how you can contribute to making the future better for all of us. My sincere hope, as your superintendent, is that the collection of experiences you have had during your years with Mid-Del has braced you for this challenge. During the past year, you have proven your resiliency. For many of you graduating here today, the future is pretty well set, at least the part that's right in front of you. You're starting a job, joining the military, beginning college, maybe traveling, or some combination of those. Embrace those opportunities and face the future head on. Congratulations and good luck, class of 21.
Somehow, you guys elected Max and I as class president and vice president. I don't know how that happened, but here we are. So, Carl Albert Titans, class of 2021. We did it. Can we get an applause, please? I was trying to get everybody excited backstage, and they're just. So, on behalf of Max, Sydney, Jordan, and I want to thank you for allowing us to serve as your class officers. It truly is an honor. I'll keep it short and sweet, as I know we're dying to graduate. Before I begin, there are individuals I just feel deserve recognition for their efforts to get me and us here. First, to my parents, Mom, Dad, thank you so much, more than I can even say. Thank you. Titans, I encourage you after this ceremony to pick one person you know has made a difference in your life and thank them for it. It can even be someone sitting next to you. Whomever they are, tell them what they've done for you and that you love them. Love goes a long way. I know without a doubt I am who I am today due to my great-grandmother, Genevieve. As much as I hope she could be here today, she is no longer with us. But even still, she is undoubtedly the largest influence in my life and continues to teach me how to be a good person and care for others. I love you and miss you more than you will ever know. 3 teachers specifically deserve a thank you from me. First, Ms. Beasley. You've had me in class every year since I came to high school. You've helped me with more than I can remember, and you've been a friend to me always. A few years ago, I didn't think my freshman English teacher could ever be my friend, but here we are. Thank you. Second, to Coach Mosier. Coach Mo, Moach Co, how can I say thank you? I can see him, he's back there, I can see his head. Always sitting at the end of A Hall with a smile on his face, Luke Mosier is an excellent representation of a genuine man and a dedicated Christ follower. The example you have shown me the past few years, I hope to emulate for years to come. Thank you. Finally, Ms. Foley. If I had a problem, I was able to come into your class and you were willing to drop anything to help me with it. You deeply care for your students and you want to make sure that they're all doing okay. So Foley, I am forever grateful for your friendship and advisory over the past 4 years. Midway through Christmas break, I realized graduation was close, and I realized I had to give a graduation speech at this graduation. Determined for once in high school not to procrastinate, I began writing, and AP Language, as much as Ms. Sandersfeld tried, did not teach me how to write a graduation speech. I was hoping someone would get my jokes. So. I'd like to pull a quote from Max Wolfley. You might not see it on the surface through all the dumb things that we have done, but Max is one of the wisest people that I know. To have a conversation with Max is to know he is very much himself. He has his own unique wisdom to him. When we're thinking of our campaign speech for Willard Wolfley 21, we came up with no funny business this time. We're all aware, or it's a reference to all the free bacon that we handed out and the number of times Mr. Foley told us to take the wheels out of our Heelys. In all seriousness, we did not know the funny business that would actually come of high school, and especially senior year. We're all aware of the events that happened or didn't happen this year, but my advice to you, class of 2021, is this. When things get tough and you feel like they couldn't get any worse, find the good parts. And if there isn't anything good to find, make something good. Find the positives in every situation. This was not the ideal senior year, and there were many times where I wasn't happy with the way things were going, but it almost seems the crazier things get, the more fun you can have. Whenever I look back on senior year or anything else from now on, I hope not to see what went wrong or what didn't go the way I wanted, but instead to hope to find the good parts. Always look for the funny business. A famous quote says that in the world of public speaking, there is no greater pleasure you can give an audience than the feeling they get when it is over. Titans, friends, family, thank you, and may God bless you. I would now like to welcome the Carl Albert High School Varsity Choir to sing Fly Away Home and our alma mater.
It takes a whole village to raise our children. It takes a whole village to raise one child. We all, everyone, must share the burden. We all, everyone, will share the joy. It takes a whole village to raise our children. It takes a whole village to raise one child. We all, everyone, must share the burden. We all, everyone, will share the joy.
Hey, let's give it up for the varsity mixed choir again. Fantastic, Mr. McIntosh. Amazing as always. Also a special shout out to percussionist, 9th grader, Miss Tara Brown, for accompanying this performance today. Thank you so much. Class of 2021, would you please rise? To the Board of Education, the 2021 senior class of Carl Albert High School has met the requirements set forth by the State Department of Education and the Middale School District. I now present to you the senior class of 2021 to receive their diplomas.
You don't have to do anything? Oh, yeah, you do. Congratulations. Michael Faulkner. Brock Alexander. Leah Allard. Honesty Anderson. Okay, let's try that again. Rachel Barkema. Jaquela Bassett. Madison Bates Kidder. William Batts. Tyler Beisbeer. Mary Lou Bento. Daniel Bergman. Bo Bernal.
Oh,
Logan Bibb. Kaya Bishop. Madeline Biggers. Jordan Blackshire. Micaiah Blacknell. Sebastian Bly. Jelaine Alexander.
Zachary Floyd.
Elizabeth Allen.
Tyler Bottoms.
Caden Boyster.
Bryson Bozarth.
Nicholas Bradley.
Oh, good. Elizabeth Bradshaw.
Aubrey Braun.
Seth Bromley.
Harlan Brown.
Jordan Brown.
Ashton Bryant.
Michael Buffington.
Holly Butler.
Jenna Campbell.
Kaylin Campbell.
Kel Parlin.
Julia Carpenter.
Ryan Carriger.
Emily Sharon.
Brian Cherry.
Tyler Clay.
Deshaun Clayton.
Danielle Colston.
Wisdom Combs.
Reagan Cook.
Levi Cooks.
Brooklyn Koppel.
Hayden Cosner.
Katerina Corson.
Caitlin Crane.
Michael Crawford.
Kobe Cruz.
James Crouch.
Molly Crouch.
Maurice Cudjoe.
Amaria Daniels.
Paula Daniels.
Kylan Davis.
Marita Davis.
Allison Davison.
Kyle De Los Reyes.
Keon Dickerson.
Noah Dobson.
Sabrina Dowdy.
Chemo Duel.
Delilah Earl.
Zachariah Eddy.
Noel Elliott.
Cami Ellis.
Brandon Interline.
Ariana Esparza Lopez.
Isabella Estrada.
Garrett Eubanks.
Jasmine Faulkner.
Ashley Ferrotti Cruces.
Jack Flossie.
Ronald Fox.
Gabriel Garcia.
Phoebe Garcia.
Taylor Garcia.
Easton Geisler.
Gabriel Glover.
Rachel Gober.
Kaylee Goggins.
Ricky Golden.
Luke Gregory.
Stephen Gregory.
Stormy Griggs.
Jackson Groves.
Grayson Guild.
Ezra Gustafson.
Gavin Haynes.
Jillian Hanlon.
Jaden Harrell.
Cameron Harms.
Sydney Hawkins.
Ben Harris.
Ronald Heidman.
Justin Hayes.
Isaiah Holland.
Grayson Hogel.
Trevor Hooley.
Luke Hooker.
Mallory Hoskins.
Sydney Hopgood.
Marley Hunter.
Javion Hunt.
Emily Jackson.
Twyla Ibendal.
Xavier Jennings.
Jayla Jackson.
Tyrell Johnson.
Lauren Johnson.
Micaiah Joseph.
Jackson Jones.
Justin Kalkbrenner.
Drake Kalen Sekulich.
Dondi King.
Miranda Kelly.
John Cricky.
Mia Kirkus. James Locke.
Judah Lomo.
Nia Long.
Jalen Lewis.
Mike Lunsford.
Sarah Loudermilk.
Ovokaron Maria.
Alejandro Martinez.
Juan Martinez.
Mario McPhee.
Megan McGregor.
Benny McManus.
Hannah McMurtry.
Cole McNeely.
Mason McNeil.
Nadia Miller.
Nathan Mooney.
Anna Shea Moore.
Austin Moore.
Tiani Moore.
Xavier Moore.
Zy Moore.
Blakely Morrow Williams.
Kenrick Mott.
Zachary Moulton.
Elijah Murdoch.
Michael Corey O'Hagan.
Anthony Neal.
Augustus Patterson.
Riley Odell.
Madison Pierce.
Ronald Park.
Chris Plum.
Micah Perry.
Glendon Poole.
Allison Plagman.
Caleb Putman.
Michaela Plumley.
Acacia Record.
Trejanae Ray.
Deanna Reed.
Cheyenne Reed.
Santi Reyna.
Elizabeth Rest.
Bethany Rivas.
Jalen Richardson.
Arilee Robinson.
Gavin Roberts.
Giselle Rodriguez.
Anna Robinson.
Curtis Rose.
Abby Rogers.
Taylor Serrari.
Houston Russell.
Damian Sayre.
Brody Sanger.
Riley Sholin.
Jordan Schmidt.
Nathaniel Schultz.
Henry Schultz.
Xavion Scott Johnson. Jaslyn Sheets.
Marissa Scott.
Colin Sisk.
Jasmine Scoville.
Carson Smith.
Ian Schobert.
Madison Susie.
Abby Smith.
Lauren Stewart.
Omari Smith.
Lake Strickland.
Serenity Staton.
Dylan Sidnor.
Mason Steele.
Logan Talley.
Dax Swanner.
Bree Taylor.
Aaron Talley.
Miracle Taylor.
Alan Taylor.
Kiara Tolles.
Cameron Taylor.
Talicia Trailer.
Janaya Treat.
Kylie Tucker.
Tong V. Tran.
Colin Vanover.
Shane Tremaine.
Travis Vincent.
Isaiah Vasquez.
Dawson Vogt.
Vincent Bowe.
Robert Walker. Riley Weisbrod.
Kel Wagner.
Elizabeth Whiting.
Antonio Watson.
Alexis Williams.
Savannah Wheeler.
Mason Williams.
Hunter Willard.
Emily Winstead.
Jake Williams.
Grace Wood.
Xavier Williams.
Quentin Woodson.
Devin Wilson. Max Wolfley. Molly Woodruff. Caleb Zangari.
Oh, you mean like chain?
So after you change the tassels, then we're going to have the band and choir senior members come join before we start the row till I tell you, right?
Class of 2021, please stand. Carl Albert High School, class of 2021, you may change your tassels. I will now ask the senior band and choir members to come join their specific groups, and then we will throw hats, I promise. Congratulations, class of 2021.